Like this, on my 3 sharp updates, so you need to hear today, so sharply, no time to check time. As I carry my keke enter inside the street of the social media lifestyle. I never try to go for before next happen. When they play, now I see say our man Peter Obi the Great, he don't bust out. Yes, nah, he don't drop better Microsoft Word give Emiloko and federal government. On to say now yesterday now so Emiloko don't sign the supplementary budget. Now Baba don't come Peter Obi don't come and don't clear the same man. He said Emiloko they very insensitive to the sufferings of Nigerians. Onto some kind things where Baba go put for inside the budget. Say the kind things go inside the budget show say Emiloko they very insensitive to the sufferings of Nigerians. Relax yourself. I will give you the full gist just now. From there, as I drag go front again, I be where they play. No, he never tell us Peter Obi just they talk you, he never will drop his pen down. Now federal government don't reply, bro. Federal government now don't reply Peter Obi, they don't clear say man. They say Baba, what do you talk not be true? They say Tinubu is not insensitive to the sufferings of Nigerians. It be like say finally, but I say this Peter Obi go sabi this opposition or opposition work well, because normally the function and the job of opposition party now to the checkmate the doings of the ruling party. From there, as I carry my keke, they drive go from small, they manage my phone. I don't say weekend, or the near massive flex for weekend. Now be bay. Where they play? Now I say today for Abuja Airport. This NLC and TUC begin with Imo State government. The Baba the begin don't tie rapper, not canvas, where both and face cap. As I declare you so. Today, the NLC and TUC they don't block Abuja Airport. Say like this, so say no flights they go in and out of Imo State based on the posting where they post NLC president last week for year. Most start this gist properly. Now take God beg you. Anyway, they watch this video, I beg. Help me share this video, make another person see them. And if it's not the first time they come in contact with my page, don't forget to follow this page based on say I be update king and I deliver my poly units back to back. Sharply go start with the first gist, which is waiting Peter Obi talk onto the message which drop to the federal government. Listen, be blessed. It say a day after President Bola Tinubu signed into law the 2.17 trillion naira supplementary budget, the presidential candidate of Labour Party, Peter Obi, has accused the federal government of being uncaring and insensitive to the suffering of Nigerians. Tinubu had on Wednesday assented to the Supplementary Appropriation Act in Abuja to strengthen Nigerians' security architecture and address the critical infrastructure deficit, amongst other considerations. But taking to his X handle on Wednesday, Obi said the president failed to consider certain emergencies and pressing needs of the country. The Labour Party presidential candidate said that going by the manner the budgetary allocations were done, Tinubu was obviously unaware of the dire crisis in the country. No item of urgent social welfare has yet featured in the supplementary budget being orchestrated by this government. Instead, the items being made to dominate public discourse on the budget include a mysterious presidential yacht, presidential jets, and furnishing of already lavishly furnished presidential quarters and offices, fleet of luxury SUVs, etc. This portrays a government that is totally uncaring and insensitive to the suffering of the majority and indifferent to the mood of the nation, the statement read. Admittedly, some items in the current budget may not have taken into consideration the needs of a new administration, but it is expected that a supplementary budget this late in the financial year should reflect mostly urgent items of national welfare. Sadly, most pressing national needs and emergencies have not featured in the supplementary budget that was just announced by the government. For example, the United Nations and World Food Programme have recently alerted that up to 6.5 million Nigerians will go hungry next year. This number is largely from among citizens in Sokoto, Adamawa, Borno, Yobe, and Zamfara states. A caring government, in order to plan for the mitigation of such pending catastrophe, can request for supplementary budget provisions to cushion those under threats. Voila. But normally, what Peter Obi talk, not dey far from the truth to make we dey honest with ourselves. Because the guy talk say this supplementary budget so we Baba go carry, say nothing will concern the suffering of the people inside the budget. Instead, now waiting go make the federal government and the ruling class they live lavishly. Now full inside that budget. If you get different view from what this guy they talk, let us know for the comment section. Sharply, we got the second gist, which is the reply where federal government give Peter Obi after that message Peter Obi talk. Listen now. He said the federal government has countered a claim by the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 election, Peter Obi, that President Bola Tinubu is uncaring and insensitive to the suffering of Nigerians. A day after Tinubu signed into law the 2.17 trillion naira supplementary budget, Obi had taken to his X handle, claiming that the president failed to consider certain emergencies and pressing needs of the country. The LP presidential candidate said that going by the manner the budgetary allocations were done, Tinubu was obviously unaware of the dire crisis in the country. But in a swift response, the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, said the budget is not insensitive, but rather a bold and pragmatic response to the pressing and economic challenges Nigeria currently faces. In a Thursday statement, the minister urged Obi to take the time and effort to acquaint himself with the details of the supplementary budget, which includes allocation for essential sectors, security, agriculture and food security, work and housing, wage increase for workers, student loan scheme, and social safety nets, among others, all aimed at strengthening the country's economic foundations and improve the living conditions of Nigerians. The broad provision in the supplementary budget is a reflection of President Tinubu's strong desire and eagerness to support the vital functions of government, address urgent security needs, and fast-track the country's recovery process from the economic impact occasioned by the removal of fuel subsidy. The minister was quoted by his media aide, Rabiu Ibrahim, as saying, Idris asked the opposition to be informed and balanced in the exercise of their rights to differing opinions and refrain from misrepresentation of facts for political gains. Explained that the supplementary budget was derived from the active engagement and consultations with relevant stakeholders who ensure that the budgetary provisions aligned with the needs and expectations of Nigerians. He emphasized that in line with President Tinubu's inclination to accountability and transparency in government expenditure, all items in the supplementary budget have been meticulously scrutinized to ensure efficient utilization of public funds. Wow, English they cry. Anyway, how you now see this response when the federal government give? If you agree with this response, let us know in the comment section. Make we still know what it is sup for the country and how to move the country forward. We'll go sharper later the last gist, which is this NLC and TUC matter with Imo State government. He said the Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, and the Trade Union Congress, TUC, on Thursday took over Nnamdi Azikiwe International Abuja to protest against the attack on president of the former Joe Ajaero. The protesters also gathered at the airport from around 8:58 a.m. to enforce their directive to members working in the aviation sector to stop all flights to Owerri, the Imo State capital. Following the picketing of the airport, all roads in and out of the facility were completely blocked as vehicles were prevented from going in, leaving many people stranded. The NLC and TUC had said there would be a total nationwide strike in Nigeria on November 14 if their demands were not met by then. The leadership of the two unions agreed to go on strike in an extraordinary National Executive Council meeting held in Abuja. At the meeting, the unions reviewed the modalities of the planned strike, following the brutalization of Ajero by the police reportedly working for Governor Hope Uzodinma in Imo last week over their fight for the rights of workers in the state. Voila. This NLC and this Imo State matter. I'm not talking about for the first time I support NLC. I support NLC because since they born me, at the first time they say that they post NLC president. I never seen him before. And if they not react, this thing will continue. We know how APC does be for this country. Once they start something, you know the end. So it better make they react now. Make people know say at least if you take action to an extent. Heaven knows they lose guard on one side. Let us know how you reason this matter. So anyway, just thank God for everything.